Happy Friday, May 27th, 2022. Happy Friday, it's Happy Hour Friday. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time, this camera is off. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time on this channel, on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. I don't like the way this camera is set up. It's really weird right now. But it is what it is. But we have a live Happy Hour show where I get to have a few drinks. And Litecoin Lisa is drinking her Tito's and Aha. I don't know what I'm going to be drinking. I never know what I'm going to be drinking. I really don't know. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something clear like gin or vodka. And then there's other times where I want to go dark. Need some whiskey or some scotch. It's a rainy day today, so we'll see what happens. It's supposed to clear up by then. But right now it's, as you can tell by the background, it's rainy and cloudy. So we'll see what happens. Happy Hour live today, 4 p.m. Central Time. Going to be live June 17th. Peoria, Illinois, Peoria Pizza Works. Go to my website, clintwestwood.net. Having a crypto meetup. Come hang out with us. It's free. Have some drinks. Enjoy the happy hour, the live happy hour, in-person happy hour. You can actually come out and watch us in a bar. It's kind of what we do. I'm in a bar every Friday in my bar, and we're going to be live at a bar, public bar. Everybody can hang out. It's going to be really cool. So come check that out, June 17th. Happy Hour, Peoria, Illinois, Whiskey City, baby. It was fun last time. St. Jerome, Crypto Experiences. I gotta put a link to his YouTube channel on my website. He made a video yesterday. I know him. I mean, I don't know if I want to give his real name. St. Jerome, that's his name. But he made a video yesterday talking about the meetup, and that was pretty cool. I appreciate that. I mean, Lisa and I appreciate that. That's awesome. More people we can get, because a lot of times what happens is I'll have a meetup and I talk about it for a month, but I don't reach enough people. I mean, you don't have that many subscribers. And so, you know, anybody that talks about it, you know, if you hear about it, tell your friends, because it's constantly, this is what happens. I'll have a meetup. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I'll have a meetup, and after the meetup's over, I'll get a text or something, you know, we'll be talking about it, or post a picture of the meetup, and somebody will say, well, I'm in Illinois, I wish I would have known, I would have come. Or I'm in Florida, I wish I would have known, I would have come. And see all these meetups that we go to, then after the fact, it's, oh man, if I had known. So it's important to get the message out. Important to tell people about these meetups, because there's a lot of people that want to come to these meetups, but they don't know about them. There's not a good place. I've had this discussion with other people, and I've heard the discussion before, that there's not a good place to go look for crypto meetups. I mean, there's not like a good message board or a portal, you know, or something to where you can find the next meetup. Well, there's going to be a meetup in Peoria, Illinois. There's going to be more happy hour meetups. And you just go to my website, clintwestwood.net, and you will see where Lisa and I are going to be. All right. It is Friday, so I hope you all tune in for happy hour at 4 o'clock Central Time today. What is going on in the news? I see that, I don't know why this thing is not, see, this is what happens, you start monkeying with it. Monkeypox! I got the monkeypox. Can't help but monkey with stuff. I see in the news today that Ukraine is, you know, something about Russia, you know, another bomb comes in, or another this, you know, whatever it is, and Ukraine's asking for more military support, more hardware, more this, more that. Just sent $40 billion. And then before that, I don't know how many million, so it's up to like $62 billion, I think, that we've sent to Ukraine. And it's just like, okay, is this just a big money grab? Is this just a big payoff? I mean, what really is going on? Because I don't see, you know, images and pictures of a massive front of troops and tanks and all this stuff. All I see is kind of like stuff that got blown up. I don't see any live action. I don't see, you know, footage of, you know, soldiers rolling in across the countryside. You know what I mean? It's just, is it a wag the dog thing? That's what I keep thinking. Is it one, you know, watch the movie, I think it's Dustin Hoffman, Wag the Dog, to where they basically just created a war. Virtual war. It was a bunch of images and just fake. It's like, I remember, just think of Anderson Cooper standing in, you know, like a puddle of water, you know, that's waist high, and then he steps out of it, you know, make it look like he's, you know, the weather's so horrible and a hurricane and flooding and all this stuff, and it ended up being staged. You know, you see so many of these guys, they go out and they chase these hurricanes, they make it look so horrible. And they're standing in locations where it's not realistic. You know, they're standing in a pool of water that it's just not indicative of the whole area. It's just like that one spot. It's all a fiction. It's all a fraud. It's all theater. That's all it is. I mean, because you get to see, it's just like watching me. You get to see what we're seeing right here. You don't know what's going on over here. You don't know what's going on over there. You have no idea. And it's the same thing with these guys. They position themselves in a place where, oh, this is the most destructive damage. This is the worst thing ever. And, you know, standing in front of a junkyard recording. Oh, look what just happened. The Russians just blew everything up. And it's just, you don't know. And you're taking their word for it. Well, their word isn't any good because they constantly give mistruth and lies. And speaking of which, this whole incident down in Texas with this school shooting, I mean, more and more information that comes out, it's just like, what is going on? What really happened? You got officers that for an hour did not go into the school. I mean, I don't quite understand that. And then it was, well, they finally got the key from the superintendent and then were able to come in. Well, the shooter got in through an unlocked door. I mean, did you not check like every door? Did you not like try and shoot out a window and crawl in? I don't understand it. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if there are children in there being shot at, why would you not do everything you can to get in there? I mean, that's just like a no-brainer. I mean, bust it out with your bare hand to get in. I just don't, it's not making sense, is really what it comes down to. It does not make sense to me what really happened. And that's the thing. Do we really know what happened? What's being reported? Who knows? Who knows? But it's all being used as an agenda. It's all being used as just a method to carry forward whatever agenda that someone has. And it's going to be on both sides of the aisle. Doesn't matter. They all use it for their own, you know, propaganda, basically. And that's just what they do. It's just, okay, one side wants to ban all the guns now, and then the other side, I don't know. It just seems so... The NRA is having their big meeting in Houston, and we just got a bunch of kids shot up in Texas, and then we had the incident in Buffalo, what, a week or so ago. I mean, it just seems like, where are all these shootings coming from? Why is it all of a sudden that it's all happening? I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So if we had an armed citizenry, you know, an armed militia, I don't think a lot of this stuff would be happening. That would be a strong deterrent against criminal activity. If you know you're going to get shot back at, I don't know how willing you're going to be to take that chance. So, just a thought. Just a thought. Crypto markets are still a little shaky, a little wonky. I really believe, though, that you're seeing strong accumulation by strong hands, knowing that, because here's the whole thing. You either know that cryptocurrency is going to be used, or you think that it's not going to be worth anything. You know, it's a Peter Schiff moment, you know, big gold buff. Oh, Bitcoin's a joke. It's going to zero. Going to zero. Jamie Dimon. It's going to zero. It's garbage in 2017. And now we find out, well, you know, JP Morgan says it's one of their strongest financial alternative assets as opposed to real estate. Bitcoin is better than real estate now. They want to invest in Bitcoin over real estate. This is JP Morgan. And you think, okay, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan in 2017, was doing everything he could to badmouth Bitcoin. And now all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, after 5 years, the thing is, though, they've been buying it ever since. He got, you know, one of his branches, I think it was in Europe, was buying up Bitcoin at the time. He was making statements badmouthing it. So that's what they do. They want to get it on the cheap. They know it's not going to go away. They know it's a new economic system. They know the old system's dying, so they want to position themselves to make sure that they get as much as they can possibly get of that piece of pie, as many pieces as they can get, because there's only so many to go around, and they know that. It's a finite asset. You can't just print more of it. It's only so much Bitcoin to go around, 21 million total. Only so much Litecoin to go around, 84 million total. They know that these are strong assets, that these are assets that they can hold in their possession, that there's only so many that can ever exist. So the best way to get that is to scare people out of it. Of course, buy up all the mining supply, the new ones that come on to the market while you can. But the other thing is you scare people out of it. Those people who have it already, you want to get them to let go of it. And you want to get them to let go of it so you can get it at the cheapest price possible. So you can have as much purchasing power to get as many as you can possible. It's just simple. It's just that simple. So it's not going away. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. The institutions are all talking about it. World Economic Forum's talking about it. They know. They're telling you that is the new system, but they're telling you they want to control it. So what do? Well, you get the same strong assets that they're hoarding. Accumulate Bitcoin, Litecoin, because it's way undervalued compared to Bitcoin. Does the same thing, but faster, and has a level of privacy with Mweb. The thing about Mweb is everybody's like, well, why isn't Litecoin going up in price? Mimblewimble was released. Okay, it was released, but the only way you can use it right now, it's in the core Litecoin wallet. So you have to download the entire Litecoin blockchain onto a PC or a laptop. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but if you want to be able to use it, from a common person's perspective, you need to get a laptop, a Windows laptop probably, and you download the Litecoin core on it. It takes you a day or so, and you download it, and then you're running a core wallet. And then you've got the option to use a Mimblewimble address and send Mimblewimble transactions and receive Mimblewimble transactions. That's not the easiest thing to do right now. So it's, I haven't done it. I mean, I've downloaded the OmniLite wallet, so, I would have to swap that out and, and download the core wallet. But I could make time to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And the reason why is because I want adoption. I want to see wallets that are easy to use, like Cake Wallet. I want to see Exodus. I want to see the Light Wallet. I want to see those wallets implemented. And then I'm going to be out there teaching people how to do it. Because you can try and teach people how to do it. It's just going to be like a core group, pun intended, of hardcore crypto people who are going to download that Light Wallet or download that core wallet. You're not going to get your average guy to even know where to begin with it and not even take the time to do it. They're not going to do it. So when we get support from a wallet like Cake Wallet, which they're going to support it, and Exodus said they're going to support it, when those wallets integrate the ability to send and receive Mweb addresses, Mimblewimble addresses, I'm going to be preaching it. I'm going to be out there teaching as many people as I possibly can how to use it and use those transactions, because that's the key. I mean, we've got to get, and it's hard enough to get people. How many people have downloaded a wallet on their phone and actually have their crypto in their own possession rather than on an exchange like Coinbase? How many people have done that? So that's the step right there. That's what needs to happen. Everybody's got a phone. All right, you need to get a wallet on your phone. Okay, this is what you do. Don't put everything on that wallet. Put it on an offline device, but at least, have some walking around money that you can play with and transfer around. Pay with Litecoin. You can always add more to it. So when that happens, when these wallets have Mweb support, that's when I'm going to, I'm full in and let's do this, because I'm all about getting it into the hands of people. I mean, the core wallet, it's great for what it does. It's not for the common people. It's not user-friendly for the average guy and gal. And that's what I want to focus on. And so I want to teach people how to do that stuff. And that's what I do with the class. Come to the class. I shouldn't say it. No, I don't. We're going to have an integrated class on the happy hour day. So Friday, June 17th, get to the Peoria Pizza Works in Peoria, clintwestwood.net. If you are not into crypto, if you want to get into crypto, I will teach you how to download a wallet. I'll walk you through it, show you the secure way to back it up. and I'll send you Litecoin. Put it in your own possession. You can hold it. That's the best way I know of. You know, it's a hands-on approach to where you actually see that Litecoin being sent. Boom. Oh, and there it is. It shows up in your wallet. You think, well, that's something magical. It is magical. And then you start thinking about it. You think, wow, I've got this in my own possession. And then when you've got Mweb support, it's like, wow, I can send this privately or hold it privately. Nobody knows how much I have in my wallet or how much I've sent. And you think, this is pretty cool. And that's what I want. You know, that's how people learn. And that's the hands-on approach. And so I'm just waiting for those wallets to come along and support Mweb. So I think that's why, that's my point. Why hasn't the Litecoin price gone up? Well, because, you know, Mweb was released and everybody thinks, oh my gosh, it's a game changer. It's a huge game changer. It's just that the tools aren't there to use it yet, to change the game. These wallets have to build it in. You know, it takes a little bit of time. The user interfaces have to come in. Email was a game changer. But in the early days, it's like nobody knew how to set it up. It's like, I don't know how to do any of this. The World Wide Web was a game changer. But at first, it's like, well, how do we access different computers and images and screens? You know, until you had a web browser. And then Netscape comes along and Internet Explorer comes along. Then it's like, oh my gosh, now. And then more tools get built into it to where now you open up a web browser, can do all kinds of media. All kinds of things. But it didn't used to be able to do that. It was just like, it looks like my website. That's how the websites used to look like, my website. If you go to clintwestwood.net, a bunch of links on them. You know, maybe an image here and there. But it was a bunch of links. Yeah, just content. And then, you know, it got built out. And it's the same thing that's going to happen here. It'll get built out into where it's so easy to use. And when people understand what it is, then the great epiphany happens. Oh my God, this is a game changer. Privacy. Opt-in privacy on one of the most liquid coins out there. Litecoin. Big deal. A big deal. But it takes time. And so it's patience. If there's one thing I've learned about, you know, being in cryptocurrency, it's got to be patient with things. You know, I still struggle with it. Got 2 little baby dogs. It's a test of patience every morning. So, I mean, but cryptocurrency has taught me financial patience. And it's at first, it's, you know, it's an emotional train wreck. But as you get through it, as you learn more about it, you get more and more patient. And you let the market come to you. You know, like, oh, I want to buy this. I want to get this. I want to get that. And it's like, you know what? When the market basically beats you in the face and says, you need to buy me, you know, and that's when you do it. Or you need to sell me, because it's like, I'm crazy if I don't do it. You know, Litecoin goes to $30. If it did that, it's like, I'm crazy not to sell my digibug and buy more Litecoin. I mean, it's just like, I have to. What am I supposed to do? You know, and buy it back. Well, at least sell this one. Maybe not the old one, but the newer one, because, you know, it's only got, what, 69,500 miles on it. And it's a 2004 digibug. It's beautiful. It's like one of 2,000. It's like the color is satellite blue, I think they call it. You know, it's hard to find these, you know, because it was a limited edition color. And it was like the music edition, I think they called it. Got a bunch of different speakers. And anyway. But I'd seriously consider selling it. You know, I'd accept Litecoin too. If it's $30 Litecoin. Heck, if it's $50 Litecoin. Anybody want to buy it? Pay with Litecoin? I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, it's just when it screams at you and says, you just have to do this, it's a no-brainer, because you know the big picture and you know where it's going and you know all the big institutions are getting into crypto and trying to control crypto. You know it's the future. And it's the future is being built right now. They're trying to scare everybody out of the market that they possibly can until it's like, okay, that's it. I mean, we can't scare any more of them out. And let it go, because they want to see it go up just as much. You know, they've got all their wealth in it. They want to see that thing, Bitcoin, go to 1 million, but on their terms. They want to make sure they've got enough of it first so that they can manipulate and control and, you know, profit from it and do all their garbage. That's just how it is. You know, it's a rigged game. The whole thing's rigged. It's a rigged casino, and it is. And once you understand that, you just, okay, you look for the best buys and the best odds of the game to play. You're going to lose most of the time, but you got to look at those opportunities to where it's like, okay, this is a no-brainer. I think it's a pretty sure bet. And you take the bet. And then exit the casino as soon as you can. Cash out. All right, rambled enough. Friday, happy hour. Hope you all tune in live. You know, make some comments in the chat. It's pretty cool interacting with everybody. I love it. 4 p.m. Central Time. It'll be on this channel. Be on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. And go look her up. And hope to see you there. Trust yourselves. This game is about to get crazy, I think. Things are really starting to kind of spiral out of control. And more than anything, you just got to trust your instincts on what's going on, because you're not going to get good information. You are not going to get the truth from the media. Every event that happens, there's a spin on it. There's an angle on it. It's nothing but confusion. It's the fog of war. That's where we're at. You just have to use discernment, relax, trust yourself. You're connected to something greater than you realize. Just look inward and you'll get all the answers. All right. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you found anything valuable today. And I appreciate your time. I really do. You didn't have to give it. Yeah, but you did. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Remember all the things, all the people who came before us to get us to this point. People made sacrifices. Don't let them be for nothing. So, all right. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Hope to see you on Happy Hour.